Hi, this is Rayon Everett with Presentation on Kurt Vonnegut Jr. 1922 until 2007. Kurt Vonnegut was an American author best known for his novels Cat's Cradle, Slaughterhouse-Five, and Breakfast of Champions. He was born in Indianapolis, Indiana on November 11, 1922. He is known for his satirical literary style, as well as science fiction element in much of his work. Kurt Vonnegut is considered one of the most influential American novelists of the 20th century. He attended Shortridge High School, Cornell University, Carnegie Institute of Technology, and the University of Tennessee. Vonnegut dropped out of Cornell University and enlisted in the Army in 1943, only, however, for the Army to send him back to study engineering. He later deployed to Europe and fought in the Battle of the Bulge. Vonnegut was captured and became a prisoner of war. This also contributed to his style of writing, blending anti-war sentiments and satire made him one of the most popular writers in the 60s. After the war, he returned to the U.S., where he married Jane Cox, his high school girlfriend, with whom he had 3 children. Vonnegut also adapted his sister's 3 children after her death in 1958. He worked several jobs before his writing career took off, including newspaper reporter, teacher, and public relations employee for General Electric. Kurt Vonnegut is one of the most influential American writers and thinkers of the 20th century. Vonnegut created his own unique world in each of his novels and filled them with unusual characters. His work shakes traditional value while offering offbeat and warping alternative views of life. His bold commentary on religion, war, and so-called establishment and morality are woven into stories that challenges reader to examine their own values, inspiring philosophical discussion amongst family, friends, and his fans everywhere. Mr. Vonnegut wrote plays, essays, and short fiction, but it was his novels that became classic of the American counterculture, making him a literary idol, particularly to students in the 1960s and 70s. Vonnegut was not a fan of either political party. He was more in favor of socialism. Socialism to Vonnegut seems to provide more value to society. He also believed that communism and socialism could be of some benefit to social and economic system. Vonnegut fought in World War II, but after the war, he spoke out against it and what it had done. Mr. Vonnegut used humor to tackle the basic question of human existence. He often poses the question as to why we are in this world, and whether there is a presiding figure to make sense of all this. A God who in the end, despite making people suffer, wishes them well. He contributed a lot of this to the devastation he encountered during the war in Europe. His last novel was Timequake in 1997, which became a bestseller despite receiving mixed reviews. Kurt Vonnegut chose to spend his later years working in nonfiction. His last book was A Man Without a Country. It is a collection of biographical essays. In it, he expressed his views on politics and art and shed more light on his own life. Despite his success, Kurt Vonnegut wrestled with his own personal demons. Kurt Vonnegut, having struggled with depression on and off for years, he attempted to take his own life in 1984. Kurt Vonnegut died on April 11, 2007 at the age of 84 as a result of head injuries sustained in a fall at his home in New York. He is survived by his second wife, photographer Jill, their adopted daughter Lily, and 6 children from his first marriage.